Hello and welcome everybody. Today I want to talk about animes that changed the perspective of mine and how I look at animes, and also animes that changed what animes I look or what I'm looking forward to in animes or even mangas. So the first anime that came into my mind when I thought about my favorite animes basically was Tanya the Evil. Tanya the Evil is one of the great shows that you can, in my opinion, watch over and over again. I watched it so far in 3 different languages, and I watched it in total 4 times. And it is one of these shows that it is always interesting when you watch it again. You don't really need to be concerned of losing interest in the story, because this is more or less just the second part of it. The way how the anime proceeds with all the fighting scenes is so amazing. When you see Tanya, for example, is rushing into one direction and then just changing the direction and goes in the other one, and the camera movement in the same time. When you look at that, the way how they did the anime, it is such a great detail. I really enjoy it. The whole show has such a wide range, from being so much on action focused or so interesting in the stories and dialogues or even politics in the show, to also being the funny part where Tanya is reaching for a book in a shelf which is too high, or to things where her hair changes into a question mark or stuff like this. So it is a great show with a lot of things to look forward into, because until that anime, all the isekais I've watched were more someone got summoned into a different world, or someone went into a different world and then they have to do some heroic stuff. So the way how Tanya the Evil changed my perspective on especially isekai or manga in general is that I can really enjoy an anime even if the main character is evil. So that was really great, and that's definitely an anime everyone should have checked out. Another anime that came into my mind was the time I got reincarnated as a slime, and me of being a super huge isekai fan, this was definitely not a surprise. That time I got reincarnated as a slime is one of the shows that I started to watch and I switched it off after 10 minutes because I thought, no, that's stupid. I can't watch that. And then I had nothing to do a few weeks later, and I thought, okay, just give it another try, and I switched it on again, and I couldn't stop watching. It was just so hilarious, and it was completely different to what I've expected. It was one of the first isekais I've ever seen. Rimuru is changing. He's always a different person. He has always different abilities. He has always different equipment or stuff, but he also has always some kind of personality which is different. And the way how it does that is by evolving the character over and over again, which is really great in an anime, and I'm always looking forward to the evolution of Rimuru basically. And in the anime you can see it from arc to arc. There's always a change and always a development, and I really enjoy that about this anime. So that time I got reincarnated is one of these shows which always put a smile on my face when I look at it, and I'm always looking forward to the light novels. So whenever I read the light novels, I always check out what is next happening, and I'm always looking forward how does a town change, or what is the new constructing they're building, or what are the new weapons they're developing, and all these kind of things. So this is definitely one of the amazing parts about this show, and just one of my favorites so far. So this is definitely an anime which is light to consume. Another anime that definitely changed the way how I look at anime is Saiki. And this is one of the animes which, oh my god, is so amazing. I watched the first season, and then I had to stop because I was traveling back to home. And then I read the manga on the flight, and the manga was, in my opinion, even better than the anime, and I just continued with the manga, and it is amazing. Until that point I watched so many shows which are more fantasy or action based, and that show proved that there can be fantasy aspects but still be kind of a slice of life. Be careful with this word. Sometimes I had really tears in my eyes when I was laughing about that. It was so good. Especially the manga was one of the parts where I really realized that there's more to look forward into an anime than just action or just fantasy parts or great story development. No, it can also be just watch a funny show and laugh for 20 minutes straight, which is super cool. cool. So I really enjoyed that. I'm not sure if this show is Japanese humor, but if so, then I really like it. Whenever I watched an anime afterwards, I was always looking forward to see, is it funny? And weirdly enough, that was one of the shows that brought me to watching slice of life animes. Another show that definitely changed my way of treating anime was Your Lie in April. Your Lie in April is one of these shows that I enjoyed so much, especially for its soundtrack, which obviously everyone who knows the show knows that this is an outstanding soundtrack they have. This is one of the shows that always keep you watching, right? I remember when I watched it the first time, it was already like 8 o'clock or something, and I just stopped when I just finished all episodes. So in the middle of the night, I was sitting in front of my computer, and then I had tears in my eyes. This is one of the shows that showed me that anime in general can just be much more than only some fantasy stuff or some cute stuff. It can be also a heartwarming thing. And I'm really sure that if I wouldn't have watched Your Lie in April, I also wouldn't have watched Violet Evergarden, which is one of my favorite shows at the moment. The whole view of myself on watching anime changed definitely with watching them. All of the 4 mentioned animes so far definitely changed the way how I look anime. Because of Tanya the Evil, I'm looking forward to dynamics and fight scenes and like how is the art style of it, and I'm a little bit more sensitive to it now. Sometimes it even annoys me when they are walking in Slice of Life, they are walking and the walking looks weird, or the shadow on the ass of a person is just swinging around without anything, with any specific motion. So I definitely paid more attention to how's the animation of the anime and the art style itself since Tanya the Evil. I also paid more attention to, does the show take itself too serious or not, because it can be good if it's a serious show, but it can also be bad if they're taking themselves too seriously and then just ruin the whole story with it. Other than that, I also look forward, is an anime funny, and can you laugh about that? Can you enjoy watching your time? Because this is, in my opinion, the most important point of watching an anime. You should enjoy the time you're spending with watching the anime, and also if the anime has more depth into it, or is the story encouraging to you to keep on, and all these kind of things were definitely changed because of especially this specific animes I've mentioned. Have you watched any of these animes, or what do you think about these animes? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me know all of this in the comments below. Also let me know what animes you think I should check out. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.